Greetings, friends. Kuma Stu here, Slongy Stu YouTube channel, bringing you some Call of Duty Black Ops 6. No, Slongy today's got homework and isn't home from school yet, so just Stu for today. And let's get in there. I guess you guys who watch on video on demand should probably give us a thumbs up. Probably say, leave us a comment. Would that be that hard, guys? I think you guys can do that. So quick check of the combat record. Still going to have 16 and 150 are the highest. Still winning about 2.43. Not bad, since I've been playing this game drunk. But you can tell the what 1.31k they are. The drunk stew is not as good as sober stew. Tis what it is, as they say. So shall we get in there, friends? Shall we get in there? Testing. We shall go for a domination. How's your guys' Monday going? This is my weekend today, so I'm pretty happy for that.
Incoming stun!
We got the lead. Now hold it. Hostile RCXD in your AO. Losing B.
Molotov lit.
Using Molotov.
Hostile top spotted.
Losing Bravo. Bravo lost. They're taking C.
I welcome your first picture. Say howdy in chat. Don't leave us emojis talking to himself. We are not a membership. Let us know when we'll cost you a membership. Cost you nothing. It doesn't auto renew or anything like that. You just get it for free. You just don't keep it emojis. Hey SAI, how are you doing? Sorry, Sai.
Falling behind. Target down Bravo.
Hope you're doing well. Fancy giving us a thumbs up, we'd appreciate it.
Taking
I'm on
B.
the LB 10. Hostile concussion spotted.
Bravo
better.
Target down Bravo.
Enemy grenade!
Securing
Taking the
B.
objective! Semtex incoming!
That was eliminated.
Secured.
Eyes on hostile.
You know, I think is wrong. I think Slongy messed up his Discord setting. Let me just check real quick.
Eyes on Semtex.
Hostile RCXD
Incoming
in your
tactical.
AO.
Get down, Frank!
Losing B.
Semtex incoming.
Tactical spot! Grenade incoming!
Hostiles incoming. Cover Semtex front.
Losing Bravo. Losing B.
Okay, is this any better?
Leads ours.
Blast track!
We're losing Charlie.
How about now? Is it fine now?
They're taking C.
Revenge is in our past.
Enemy UAV inbound. Losing Bravo.
Semtex front! Hostiles running scrambler! Last trap identified.
Losing B.
Beginning capture.
Once I hear if that's better, I'll
Bravo locked.
Throwing shot tag.
Watchdog helo incoming on your location. Enemy CUAV inbound.
does this sound better?
Taking B.
Moving with Archangel.
Target down Bravo. Heads up. Hostile care package inbound. We're losing Charlie.
Enemy scout coming in.
Come on, you're losing this fight.
I'm on it.
Capture phase fighting.
Dead call. Enemy watchdog helo inbound.
Shock out.
Securing B. Taking Bravo underway.
Shock charge.
Taking B. Taking Bravo underway. Watchdog helo incoming on your location.
Okay. Hopefully this should be better.
Rocket down Bravo.
Scrambler's live. 5 by.
Best shot.
Okay, let's see how far behind I got. About 2 grand behind. Ugh.
Spring mine! Throwing stun!
Securing B.
Awesome.
Bang!
Okay, so when I went to India, so you can hear me better now, right? Yeah, you can. You're always said it.
Take your beat.
Capture in progress. Molotov going out.
Taking Bravo underway.
So when I went to India, I went there with a girlfriend before I met Mrs. Stu, my wife,
Securing B.
and
Marking down Bravo.
we went for 6.5 weeks. We landed in Goa, and we were worried because we're there for 6.5 weeks, and normally if you went to Spain on vacation, you'd end up spending
We lost B.
you don't spend like for maybe $6,000 or $7,000 per week. Sorry, for that trip. And what happened was I only had about $3,000. I remember this is like 30 years ago, so the amount of money is different now. So probably more than that.
Enemy scout post detected.
Hostile Molotov.
And we were worried we were going to spend it. And in reality, I spent maybe less than $1,000 in the 6 weeks, and we lived like kings. Everything was so cheap compared to what it cost in the UK. And one of the things that was kind of funny when we arrived, they come in and spray like this, but this is back then, right? You know, it's a long time ago. They sprayed disinfectant in the airplane, and we're like, "Hey, what's that for?" And they're like, "It's in case like mosquitoes got in the plane and went back to the UK." It was trying to stop mosquitoes getting places. And when they opened the door, like my girlfriend, she's like, because we're like right in the middle of a city, and she's like, "Oh my god, this is." It smelled so bad. She wanted to get back on the plane and go home. I was like, "We'll just give it a chance." And then once we get out of the city, it was great. The hotels were great. The people were great. I got a person who would, like a taxi driver who took us around all these sites, and he was our driver for the day.
What's your target ID?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sorry, absolutely. And oops, I gotta just get out of this guy. I've got out. When we were traveling for one day, I think it was maybe $3 for the entire day. The guy drove us around every place we wanted to go. He just sat and waited, and then at the end of the day, he said, would I like a suit? And I'm like, "Oh, here it comes. He's going to try to sell me a suit." And he's like, "Oh, my brother's a tailor, and if you want to go get measured, if you like the suit, you can buy it. If you don't like the suit, you don't have to buy it." I was like, "Yeah, what the hell?" So we went to his brother's house, and the brother made me a suit for I think $8. It was a great suit. It was perfectly tailored, and I was so happy. And then he had it ready the next day. Like that's how quickly he worked on it. Like I think I gave him $20 for it, because like I just spent $200 on a suit in the UK. So it was very, very awesome. And then they invited us to stay and have dinner with their family as well, which was great. Like getting a little bit of that, like, you know, authentic, well, people who live there actually get to live like, which was awesome. And then the next week we were there, the people who like ran the hotel said, you know, like if you just go around the hotel, like all the restaurants, like they're gonna be fine. And if you you know, go a mile away, like the food becomes less easy to digest. and then you know, and if you go further in that away, then it becomes even tougher. And so we went like 5 miles away, and I had the best tiger prawn curry, and I can't remember what type of curry it was. Remember, it was tiger prawns, like they were huge, and they tasted great. And then I was super sick for it for most of the next week. I'm so glad I was there for like 6 total weeks. Otherwise, I'd have been spending half my vacation in the bathroom.
Enemy Molotov.
Hostile RCXD in your AO.
Yeah, it's funny. I used to eat a lot of Indian curries each weekend in the UK. Really loved Indian food. And then once I came back after that experience, I couldn't I couldn't deal with the spices anymore. So I really didn't have any more spicy food till maybe even like just like 5 or 10 years ago. I maybe went back and had some more. Have you ever been anywhere outside of India?
Enemy UAV inbound. Securing B. Enemy RC.
Oh, you can't have the spice either?
Bravo zone secure. Sit rep. LDPR incoming. Enemy care package come. Losing B.
Well, I mean, obviously it's been a long time since I've been to Goa, but Goa was amazing, a true tropical paradise. You know, an interesting thing at the hotel we were at, every room had its own room boy, who was basically, you know, just slept or just stayed outside your room for like 24 hours a day. So he slept there and stuff like that. And we at the end of the 6 weeks, you're not allowed to change Indian money, like rupees, back into UK money. So I had like, I want to say maybe $100 of rupees left. Whatever it was equivalent to what that kid made in 6 weeks. Sorry, 6 months working his job. So when we were going to we're leaving to go to the airport, I had all this money I couldn't use. So I just gave it to him as a tip, and he was weeping. He was so, you know, and it was like, it humbled me, because I was like, oh, this isn't a lot of money to me, and then it was so much money to him. Like the difference it made for him was amazing. Probably my only regret was, you know, like when I mentioned like I was sick, we had flights and trips planned to go visit the Taj Mahal, and one other city that there was one other city we were going to visit as well, and it just didn't work out in the end because I was sick. Did you enjoy Goa? Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. But you know, like we were just so ignorant about how the rest of the world lived. Like we were worried we were going to run out of money, and then it turns out that we spent almost nothing. I even came home with I don't know if you know this brand. It's on my shirt, little alligator guy, it's Lacoste. So those are very expensive shirts. Like now, like I think my wife pays $200 for these. But back then, I'd have paid maybe $50 or $60 for them. And I went to the actual Lacoste store in Goa. When I was at the Lacoste store, like I bought like I don't know like a whole suitcase of shirts, and they were like maybe like $3 each or something. So I bought all my family shirts that they couldn't afford normally back in the UK, and they're all super excited by it.
Last trap identified.
SATCOM, establish counter UAV overflight. SAM turret going out.
Using Molotov.
Securing B. Backup's not coming. You want to get out of this alive? Better step up.
That was oh this I was in the actual the store that made them. So like they were real shirts. But I used to spend when if I'd be home in the UK, it'd be like $50 or $60 back then, and now like my wife probably pays $200 for them. I don't know. I don't buy my clothes. My wife buys them for me. And but back then, like I bought another suitcase and paid for the shipping, the extra suitcase on the airline to get them back home. But I probably bought 150 shirts for like average maybe $5, so like $250, and then that was my gifts to my friends and family back home because they wouldn't have been able to afford the $50 or $60 shirts, 30 years ago.
Dead on.
And this one I'm wearing is one my wife bought me. If that's where we're getting confused there. Yeah, my wife has this rule that she doesn't really like to go places where I've been with old girlfriends, which I understand. But I really would love to go back to India. There's like so much. India's got so much stuff that I'd love to do. Like I'd really like to finish the Taj Mahal. Yeah, I'm lucky. So I have when I finished before I finished high school, a company offered to pay me as like a proper full qualified engineer, and they paid for my degree. So like by the time I was 20, I earned more than my parents combined, and now I'm almost 50, so I've had 30 years of that. So when I was like in my early 20s when I went, or late teens when I went, or early 20s when I went to India, uh, it was I was very well off, we'll say. I have lived a very fortunate life, my friend. I have. Off headset for a second. So do you live far away from Goa?
Nice. We're pulling ahead.
Concussion grenade out.
Back up. Requesting recon overhead.
Astra. Oh, nice. I can't say I recognize that one. I have some co-workers who are engineers who lived in. Oh gosh, let's see if I can remember it before I ask you. It's the very south of India, and it's where tandoori ovens are made, I think. Maybe. Tandoori? No, different type of oven. What's the state at the very bottom of India? Because clearly I've already had enough beer. I don't remember. Okay, then I must admit, I must have got the. Let's see. If I think of curries that I know the names of. Masala? No. Tandoori? Yeah, I think I just did said tandoori already, didn't I? What's the southern state called? Bangalore? Bangalore, maybe?
Enemy has established chopper gunner above.
Ah, there we go. See, I did remember eventually. And Bangalore is not anything to do with curry oven, right? I must have been. I was thinking on Madras. But they were from. They're two of them are from Bangalore. There's one that I don't recall where he's from. Yeah, one of the guys I work with is from like a really wealthy kind of like old money family, and he said if me and my wife ever went, or me and my wife and kids ever went, then they'd be happy to. His family would be happy to host us, and I'm like, holy fuck, you know, some guy that worked with us from like some ridiculously wealthy family. It'd be kind of awesome. I mean, I'm wealthy, right? But I'm not like getting my private jet in the morning wealthy.
Enemy UAV inbound.
Concussion grenade out. Using Molotov.
Oh, that's a good idea. I think that if my wife ever agrees to go, then I'm sure we'll make sure to have a great tour guide. Are you offering?
Enemy moving.
Oh yeah, I love meeting like see like whenever I travel, like meeting the locals is one of my favorite things.
Hostiles have a field on.
Firing archangel.
Trophy system destroyed.
One of my Indian friends was telling me that Bangalore has become like super expensive recently. There's like lots of Westerners like bringing their money in, and then like the Indian people can't afford to live there as easily.
Tango collision. Hostile flashbang. TACOM, requesting recon overhead.
Fuck it, Sai. I'm in. Like I go to on vacation in India and I wake up in fucking Australia. That'd be fucking epic. You know, it's kind of like something that's kind of funny. Sai, I've actually went out on a 2 nights out and woke up in a different country. It's like when I go out, it's before I met my wife, but like when I go out now, she kind of jokes like, yeah, you're not taking your passport because I'd maybe got on a fucking plane, or like buy a plane and have someone fly it to like fucking Australia or something as well, which would be an epic story. But you know, like, teaching my sons how to be irresponsible, perhaps.
Concussion grenade out.
Hostile gunner operating.
Authorizing UAV.
I bet you haven't met many people who are wealthy enough and get drunk enough that can go out and then wake up in different countries.
Enemy field upgrade.
Oh yeah. That makes sense to me. It's the place to be, right? That type of feeling.
TACOM request Hellstorm tasking.
Using Molotov.
Sentry turret live.
We have the edge, but don't get cocky. This shit ain't over.
Oh, so
Line of sight.
Well, thank you. I don't look that old, do I? So I could have retired like
Hell of a show today.
10 years ago, probably. But I keep working. I'm working on setting up like trust funds for my kids' or my grandchildren. So I can just keep working. Yeah, Mrs. Stu will retire in 15 years or something like that. She likes her job. She's a nurse. So she would keep doing that job till she has to retire. She'll be 55 then. So I'll just keep working till then, and then I will head off to the retirement home with her. And then me and her will probably travel the world, or if space tourism's available, then we'll probably go travel the solar system. I told you I've been very lucky, right? That's what I told you. My mother said I live a charmed life, and I have. I was born way smarter than most people, and then I don't know if you guys. Yeah, you guys just IQ. So I was born, and my highest IQ score is 158. Pretty decent, right? And I also got to play semi-professional soccer. So when I was young, like before I got old and fat and stuff, I got to play semi-professional soccer. Like most people don't get to experience that. And the before online dating was a thing, I met Mrs. Stu, and then she lived in America and I lived in the UK, and we liked each other, right? So we sort of dated online. Then I decided I was going to move here. Like I took a huge chance, right? Like he's already had a very successful life. And I took that chance, and then I'm still married to Mrs. Stu like 22 years later, so clearly that was the right choice. Or I'm too dumb to know the difference, but of course that was the right choice. Every day I wake up next to the prettiest girl I have ever seen. So for me, like my Riz line, I believe a Riz line is how you attract young ladies. Is that correct?
Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles at the hardpoint.
Flying on fumes. UAV returning to base.
Hostile scout pulse in your AO. Hardpoint is secure.
Bring it in recon.
Sure, I will rate your Riz line. Hit me.
Watchdog Kilo incoming on your location. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
And welcome your viewers. Make sure to say howdy in chat. Don't leave Sai just chatting to me. You can speak to Sai and Stu.
In your AO.
TACCOM, get me a UAV.
Enemy care package above.
A Yoda trophy of my life because I would have already sleeping with you. I don't think that's I don't think that's going to pick up many
Hardpoint located.
young ladies. But I'm not an expert. Like I haven't tried to pick up a young lady for like
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
23 years. Maybe that's a banger.
Enemy dreadnought inbound on your location. Hardpoint active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Sitrep, LBBR incoming. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified.
MTO hotel unit wing. 16 rounds.
Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure.
Estimate multiple casualties out.
RTX deactivated.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
So I don't live in the UK anymore. If you're coming for a week and you're doing touristy stuff and you have to get a hotel and
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down.
I don't know, like 10 grand maybe, £10,000 that is.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hostile LBBR drone detected. Enemy drone stunned.
Do you know what I find to be good for Riz? Is just showing them my bank account. Well, I live in United States. My wife's American. My children are American. And I guess I'm a citizen, so I'm also American in that case.
Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Oh yeah. So
Enemy RCXD detected.
the other thing that foreign, this is what my experience is. Even before they know that I'm wealthy, foreign girls love accents. So if you work on your accent and you sound like Sean Connery or whatever it is, it's the girls like the exotic in that regard, I guess.
Hardpoint active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
We're getting stuffed. I assume that they would like your accent as well because it'd sound foreign to them. It is important though to be able to speak. So like if you're going to the UK or the United States, being able to speak or understand their language perfectly is a huge deal. Like, see, the second, even though they're never going to learn your language, the second that they believe you don't know theirs, then they become unnecessarily unattracted to you, in my opinion.
Hardpoint identified. Hostile care package inbound.
Excellent, if you got an accent, that works.
Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Rolling with hand cannon. Hostile Molotov.
Oh, it is?
Hostile down.
Hardpoint locked down.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like that, it was pretty easy for me to turn up in the or get a visa to the US. Oh, really? Well, that's not good.
Hardpoint located.
They absolutely do treat people differently depending on the country they come from, for sure.
Captured the hardpoint.
Target appears hostile.
Enemy UAV inbound.
Contact enemy UAV.
Sit rep. LDBR incoming. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Get down for flag.
Driving RCXD.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Your trophy system was eliminated.
Yeah, so this is kind of funny because you haven't heard this story. When I moved to America, at first I was waiting on my paperwork to be processed. So I already played games before, but I wasn't like super competitive at it. I wasn't super interested in them. But then when I first moved to America, I couldn't work because I was waiting on the paperwork being processed. So me and Mrs. Stu, Mrs. Stu was in university then for her nurse's degree.
Hardpoint active.
So she was at work, and I was just at her parents' house. And I mean, I had all this free time where I couldn't do anything other than like browse around and play games. So I picked up Battlefield 1942. So I just played that each day, and I ended up being ranked #2 player in the world. And then after that, I found that if I just treat every game like it's a math problem, because I'm an engineer, right? Then I get very good at games very, very quickly.
Hardpoint locked down.
So just now, like I've been in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 or 2. I was 42nd world in Destiny 2, 3001st.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
For the Fortnite World Cup that was in
Hostile counter UAV established above.
2010 maybe? No, that's a good 2 years ahead.
Hostiles
Yeah,
have captured
we're
the
as long
hardpoint.
as be in
You're being
10,
outplayed.
2018.
Step it up.
I played the game for 7 weeks and almost qualified for the World Cup finals. Just treat all the games. Yeah, you can record my journey. Like, I don't mind sharing. Like anything that I say is absolutely fine. You can cut me in the deal when you cut the big deal, though, right? Do you remember when I said that my mother said I lived a charmed life? Like, some of it, like you're thinking, like, I've only just met Stu recently, but you know, like maybe he's just like talking shit, right? I kept the receipts, but the one thing in life that I do hate is people who lie. So like I could not lie. I couldn't hate myself.
Hostile impact.
So God, if I put my beard in again.
The hard point.
Throwing stun.
Identified.
Spotted.
Hard point is active. Hard point is secure.
Enemy Molotov incoming. Pressing recon bomb.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Hard point locked down. Hostiles have the hard point. Crimson actual to rope spy. We know you're here. We're coming to you.
Oh no, like you like select see to replace like my like wages and stuff.
Captured the hard point.
Like we'd have to have like a 2 million or 3 million 3 million subscriber channel, and I don't want to deal with that number of strangers, to be honest.
UAV exiting your
Like the only reason we have a YouTube channel is as long as so 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I had lung failure, and Slongy actually saved me by calling an ambulance in time. So when I got, so I was in the hospital, I was like 90 seconds away from dead. The doctors told me, and when I got to the when I got home, I was like, you know, Slongy, you can you can pick a reward for your thing. Like he could pick a Ferrari or a fucking space shuttle. What does he pick? He's like, I want a YouTube channel. I was like, well, that's free. Well, that'll take me less than a minute to set up. That's fine. And then so we did that, and then he's like, hey, can we get a monetized YouTube channel? Now that's a way harder thing to do. So it took me 12 weeks to do that, and then like you say, you had to have 1,000 subscribers, 250,000 minutes of watch time or some shit like that. And keep in mind, the 250,000 minutes of watch time is impossible for 99% of the channels. And the next thing, so I mentioned the Fortnite World Cup, right? And the next thing that Slongy asked for was, so we did the YouTube thing, and now we still do it for fun. But I did that as a reward for him. And then if he wanted the 1 million subscriber channel, I'd probably work out how to do it. But I don't really, you know, it's fun to like speak to people and play games. Like imagine if there's like a 40,000 people watching this. There's no way that we have this conversation, right? So so we got the monetized YouTube channel, and then he's like, hey Dad, have you ever heard of Fortnite? I was like, yeah, it's like that's the kids' game. He's like, oh no, it's a World Cup. He's like, do you think you could get me to the World Cup, Dad? And I was like, well, I mean, you got to go ask your mother, because when's the World Cup? Oh, you know, it's 14 weeks from now or something like that. And I was like, well, I mean, if I can, I mean, I probably could. And then I said, go ask your mother. And I thought my wife would say no. And she's like, I mean, do you think you can do it? And I'm like, You did marry a Kuma stew, right? So it was kind of funny. She's like, "Oh yeah, like you can go do it." My company gave me like 2 weeks off. My thumbs were bleeding from using my Xbox controller so much. Like they were bleeding. I was playing like 20 hours a day to catch up, and it was worth it. And on the last day of qualifiers, you had to be in the top 100. Sorry, second last day of qualifiers, you had to be top 100, and I finished 101st. And is that right? I think it was 101st. Oh, I had to be in the top 1500, and I finished 101st. And I didn't quite make it, but you know, it is what it is.
Hardpoint. Capture the objective. Hardpoint locked down.
Frag.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Indeed.
You're falling behind, Crimson.
Gosh, is it like 3 a.m. for you just now? Or some shit like that. Can't quite see my clock.
Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint is secure.
I got it.
Gas.
So you're
Subject afoot. I'm not your enemy.
you know, what kind of engineer am I? Can I do this math? Maybe to beard engineer. I said beard, not beard. YouTube.
Go above.
UAV commencing surveillance operation.
I know what it's say. Like, happy that you got to hang out a little bit. Good. I hope you enjoyed my Goa stories, and I hope that made you understand that I wasn't lying. I'd actually been there. But take care, my friend. Nice hanging out.
Hardpoint active.
Timeline expired. UAV RTV.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hostiles reclaimed the lead.
CACOM 12 requesting UAV.
Next time you turn up, if I remember any more stories, I'll be sure to share them.
Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint identified.
We're bringing this back, boys. In the back door.
Targets neutralized. UAV commencing surveillance operation.
Tis it thing up beauty.
We're winning. Keep it up.
Someone's eliminated.
UAV mission timeline 50%.
Hardpoint located.
And welcome, new friends.
Hardpoint active.
Mission timeline expired. UAV
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Enemy UAV inbound. Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Pulse requesting strategic bomber run. Pulse requesting watchdog healer above.
Hardpoint identified.
UAV in the turn. We have eyes on.
Archangel going hot.
Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
UAV fuel check.
LDBR awaiting target.
Flying on fumes. UAV.
That's where they are. Got us just away. Show the bird, boys. Phoenix 1-1 signing off.
Hostile south hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Welcome, new friends. Make sure to say hi in chat.
XEO hotel used quick.
Hardpoint locked down.
Target at battery recycling.
Hardpoint identified. Hostile UAV established overhead. Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Task counter UAV above.
Yes, we'll give them some, guys. Yes, we will. Was that a quad feed? No, a hexa feed, almost a 7. We shall take it, friends. We should not take France. We did that back in the 40s, right? 30s. Right, after that.
Hardpoint identified.
EOM, estimate 2 casualties, over.
Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Reading MTL 50%. Check.
There'll be none of that.
Flying on fumes. UAV.
Deploying Archangel.
Enemy scout pod detected. Hostile UAV established overhead. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint active. Hostile counter UAV established above.
16 rounds.
Subjects front.
Enemy UAV inbound. Hold the line, Chris. The stars to lose. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
I'm not your enemy.
Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles UAV established overhead. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Enemy UAV inbound. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
And welcome, new viewers, of course. I forgot to say howdy in chat. Would you guys be so good to say howdy in chat as well?
Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
And make sure to give us a thumbs up as well. If you guys can do it, we do appreciate that shit. So Slongy tells me. He pays me by the thumbs up, so you give Slongy more A's. And the B's. Or A's and B's, where the fuck is you kids? Shit.
Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles attacking the hardpoint. Hardpoint located.
Come on, let them have the fucking flag, guys. Let them have the flag. Gotta get those kills up, right?
Molotov going out.
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint is secure.
Subtext front. Incoming stun.
Stand down, Crimson. We have what we came for.
All targets down. When can I expect a transfer?
Rest easy.
Back in a sec, guys.
Deathmatch. Neutralize all threats. Contact. We've taken control. This shit ain't working. We've lost the advantage. We got the lead. Now hold it. score streak.
Sorry, it took me longer than expected, guys. Only 1,000 behind, right?
Commencing surveillance operation.
Using stun. Enemy RTXD detected. Tracking incendiary. Throwing stun. Alert hostile. Concussion grenade out. Enemy assault tank destroyed.
Bringing it back though, friends. That is bringing it back. Remember how far behind says Ian?
Using Molotov.
Do I blast to load for their team?
Enemies using build-up.
Are we back in first place? What the heck? We're like, well, like 4,000 behind. So it was like 4 rounds ago, but yeah, like we're a long way behind, guys. The Earth team's bringing it back, the boys.
Hostile flashbang.
They come on my back.
That's right. I don't need new tricks.
Awesome, let's get it done, guys. Man, we're losing now? What the fuck?
Hostile established overhead. Hostile RCXD in your AO. Stay alert, Black Ops. We got a move. Lead dart. Crimson's on their heels. Get 'em on.
Les backtracks sont délivrés. Enemy destroyed your system.
Get some napalm on my target. Get that drive. Hey,
Napalm
authorizing
release.
UAV
Fireball
mission.
close.
Bravo fucking Zulu,
Yourself,
Black
you
Ops.
fucking rat.
Package delivered. Firebug 1-3, RTB.
Hey, it's me, guys. It's me.
That's a kill.
Van Moore. And welcome you viewers from all those different places we're streaming to now. Sorry if I missed your chat. There are so many of you, but you know, like I can see the YouTube chat just now. So if you want to just throw a howdy in there, I'll read it. I'll say howdy. And if you'd rather have the Shrek voice, ogres are like onions, or donkey. Okay, so you'd rather have Sean Connery? Yes, no, fuck off. The only Ewan McGregor one I can do is the taking heroin in Train Spotting, so that'd have to be after the stream, guys. YouTube, I was joking. Heroin was before the stream.
Capture the objective.
hell, right, I so whiffed that, didn't I?
Taking Bravo underway.
Chucking incendiary.
UAV fuel check 60%.
Enemy grenade.
Bravo zone secure.
UAV available for destination.
Flashbang incoming.
60 rounds. Priority tasking request received. UAV entering AO.
Tossing flash.
Using mode.
Losing Bravo.
Flying on fuel. UAV returning to base.
Yeah, dag damn it. You don't just have to be good, my friends. You have to be good.
Losing Bravo. Losing B. Enemy UAV inbound.
Sorry, mate. Not this time.
Heads up. Hostile care package.
Dag damn it.
Securing B.
Concussion grenade out.
B locked down. Watchdog helo incoming on your location.
Watch out, kilo ahead.
Losing Bravo.
TACOM, launch counter UAV. Marshal, requesting UAV test. Frag going out.
Hostile UAV established overhead. Losing B.
TACOM, requesting ACOM strike on my mark. Breaking out rocket launcher. Enemy grenade. Using our gangster.
Losing Bravo.
Right, dun, dun, dun.
Losing B.
Chucking incendiary.
Take it out.
Boom. I think I'm doing okay, guys. I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing okay.
Hostile KIA.
Taking A. Enemy UAV inbound.
Molotov going out.
Losing B.
TACOM lost UAV.
They're taking C. Sit rep. LDPR incoming. Losing Bravo. Losing B. Bravo lost. Enemy napalm strike incoming.
Time of flight, 5 seconds.
Enemy scout post detected. Marking down Bravo. Bravo done.
Système à modifier.
Molotov going out.
Losing Bravo.
Using Molotov.
Losing B.
Hostile thermal.
Losing Bravo.
Get me eyes in the sky. Concussion grenade out.
Prepare.
Incoming stun.
Net call. Enemy watchdog helo
Hostile
inbound.
thermal.
Marshal requesting
Watchdog
UAV.
zero.
Losing B. Hostile scout pulse in your AO. Losing Bravo. Lost B. Taking B.
Requesting recon overhead.
Engaged by suspect.
Target ID.
Contacted UAV at the top.
Losing speed. TACOM, I need eyes overhead. Losing Bravo. We lost B. Target down Bravo.
Chucking in sentry.
Taking Bravo underway. Bravo zone secure.
Right now, rocket launcher. Get your eyes on this guy. Toss the track. Hostile road north.
Requesting recon above.
UAV overflight surface.
Hostile front.
Losing speed.
Flashbang incoming.
TACOM, get a care package on my grid. Commence counter UAV operation. Bravo lost.
Calling smoke.
Hostile UAV established overhead. Launch authorized. Follow me.
Armed fouls. Throwing stun. Molotov going out.
Rocket down Bravo. Enemy UAV inbound.
One less hostile. Hostile shooter.
Moving with Archangel. Archangel making noise. Securing B.
Five hostiles down. Tango deleted. Contact front.
Target is down.
Get down, strike.
Taking Bravo underway.
Chucking in sentry.
Taking B.
Concussion grenade out.
Liam,
Job done.
can you confirm my score kill here? Yeah, as long as it's not me in the kill count. Okay. More importantly, 140 at how many beers? 8. I think I've done that number yet. I think we did it, guys. I think we did it. We finished on a 140 kill. If the other team had been better, it would have been closer. But we did our part. Okay, friends, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Take care, my friends.